Secretly, specifically. So we'll jump to that. How's it going, Secretly?
It's all good, man. All good. Finally got a win on the board, so finally feeling good again, dude.
Yeah, so that's your third win for the season. Congratulations for it. Over a team like Empire, no less. That's got to be a pretty big one for you guys. Now, congratulations. Now pushing yourself into 6. Got a couple questions for you about that match. Some major standouts. For example, your attacking operator composition. So we saw, of course, no hard breacher. I'm not going to question that one because it's coastline. That's not a huge thing. But my main question on that is you brought a Nomad and Gridlock combo, which is, lock them up kind of combo, try and make it so they can't move as much. Devin was actually talking about how Empire can be less predictable on defense. Was that something you guys were reading into, or?
To be honest, we did absolutely zero scouting before this game. So that was not something, yes. Maybe the operator bands. We had our analysts fix up the operator bands, but we focused mostly on, nailing our gameplay and our game plan. Okay. So it was basically pick whatever operator you feel comfortable, the one you can shoot the most headshots with, and it worked out in the end, right? But that was pretty much our plan from the beginning. So it wasn't any specific strategies in terms of operators or whatnot. It was basically just pick what you want, win the game.
Well, with that win, of course, you take yourselves out of that relegation spot, and that's obviously got to be big for you guys. Your next 2 matches for the season are Sisu and NaVi. How intimidating do you think that is for your overall season? Are you feeling confident about just staying out of 7th and 8th place at this point?
It's going to be tough for sure. PENTA, who is the closest team to us, they're a very good team. But I don't see Gifu getting above us right now, but I'm feeling confident, of course. But anything can happen in this game, right? And it just depends on who shows up on the day. Absolutely
correct. All right, so another question. Almost forgot about this one. New player. You got next one in there, and he's looking really good. 3K right out the gate in the first round. Do you want to fill us in on what's going on there?
Yeah, so basically we've been struggling a lot this season, right? And we've had talks over and over about what's the issue or what do we change? And we never really got anywhere. And so this was just one of those. Screw it, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's bring in a new player. So he's basically, right now he's a stand-in. We're trying him out, right? So there's nothing set in stone, absolutely not. But it was something we felt like we had to try because whatever we were doing, we tried everything. Hard scouting, no scouting. We tried switching players, switching roles. We tried so many things that eventually we're we just need something different, right? So we'll see what happens in the future. We were very impressed by his performance, of course. So yeah.
I mean,
we'll just keep going for now. So
he got a 3K in the first round.
Yeah,
which is pretty impressive. Was that a big one? Was that a big moment for him? Was he look at it, I did it?
I think it was a big moment for everyone because he was really nervous before this game because he's never played either Challenge League or Pro League. He has a lot of experience, right, with national leagues and whatnot, but he was feeling pressured for sure, and he was man, he was shaking a bit, So he was so happy about doing well in his first round and in his first game.
Congratulations to him, and congratulations to you guys as a whole team. Anything you want to say to the viewers and your fans at home before we end the interview?
Thank you to all the fans for sticking through this horrendous season so far. Hopefully we can bring it back and provide you with some more wins. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Secretly.
Thank you.
Well, hello, BiBoo. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feel pretty I don't know. It's very weird, but happy. I will say that.
So why is it weird? Would you care to elaborate on that?
We know we got bad second half. We did well against Chaos. They come back, but we managed to take the win. But after against G2, Empire, and even for NaVi for the first game of the half, we just playing bad. We were not in a good mood for the team. I don't know. We tried. We worked hard. We tried some analysis. We analyzed the VODs. We do our work on the first season, first half, but it just didn't work. And after the match against Empire, it was we know that we were pretty have no chance to go to Japan. So we were okay, guys. We know that we can't get relegated with the loss of the Chaos. So we were we just want to play our game, take fun, and we will see. It's Giants. It's a little bit or rivals, here in French league, and each match we are playing against them is very hard, and they win a lot of match against us. and we just play without pressure, and it worked. So even on the last round, it was like pretty insane. So I don't know how to be like now, just happy, I think.
Yeah, definitely on that last round, you know, it looked like Brid was, the way I put it was, Brid was playing perfectly. Like everything all of his movement, his pre-aim, everything was 10 out of 10. I have a question for you on that specific note. Do you think that where you guys find yourselves, because you said for you it's mixed feelings, right? Because you're kind of in limbo between you're not going to get relegated, right? It's very unlikely, and you're not going to be able to make it to Japan. Do you feel like that's playing into your mentality right now? Because I know that like it can be a weird position to be as a team, but a 7-0, even if Giants are playing really shaky, like there's got to be something going on in the positive column for you guys on vitality.
I think we just are we just play our game when we don't have any pressure, and it's complicated when you are playing pro league matches to not have pressure. But because I think everyone have pressure, even G2 Giants, because it's pro league match, so you want to win it, so you have pressure. And I think in the first half, what worked for us, it was like we were underdogs. We got the change with Stiggy. We come from a challenger league. Even if we got a good season, regular season, NaVi beat us at the end, and we have a shaky match against Secret. It was a close one. So we were totally underdogs, and we went pretty good with the change of Stiggy. So we didn't have any pressure on the first half. But after this one, we were third, and we said, okay, guys, we can go to Japan. And I think we take just too much pressure on us, and we just didn't play our game. And now that we have no pressure, we are playing Giants. Okay, they are the first. They're maybe one of the best team, if not the best team in the world right now. So just play our game. We go on Cafe. It's one of their best map. Okay, no pressure, guys. Just play.
Yeah. Well, it does seem like it's really working out for you guys. It reminds me of, like, for example, like Sisu season 6 finals. You remember when they just played just their thing? It worked out great for them. So I think what that tells us is that you guys, as we've known this for a while, you guys are a high talent team with a lot of potential, and you know, you find yourself in not the worst position ever. So at least there's that as a takeaway. Is there anything that you want to say to the viewers, people at home, everybody watching, and I just about that win, about you as a team, or anything like that?
Just thanks to all the viewers, to all the supporters that are behind us, even with the bad second half season we have. You all were always there, and it's feel very warm to the heart. So thanks a lot. Thanks for just support. Thanks to Vitality to give us like the keys to try to just come back from the bad second half season. So, and yeah, and for the people who don't know her yet, but I think Fabian is not the best player. It's Brid, sorry.
Wait, it was a pretty big win from Brid, but thank you so much, BiBoo, and congratulations on not just a really big win over a really big team, but a 7-0 as on top of that.
Yeah, thanks.
And Enemy specifically, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, there you are. How's it going, Enemy?
Hello, Star. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking, man. Congratulations on your win. I gotta tell you, that was a tense one, man. You brought it down to the wire, but you got those 3 points. You got out of that relegation spot. How's it feel?
I mean, it's not finished yet. We have 2 matches to win.
That's true.
So, yeah, I feel fine. For the moment, I'm fine, but it's not finished. We have to continue like this.
That is a very good mindset to hold in this situation. You're only 1 point above Chaos now after that win.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, that match was, that was crazy. One thing I want to take just a specific focus on is at the very beginning, it seemed like you guys were a little bit slower on your attacks. There seemed to be a little bit of trepidation to begin things. Like we saw, for example, Jonathan holding inside of the garage as the Jaeger droned out for like a solid minute. And it really was costing you guys early on. You lost those 2 first defensive rounds for Sisu. When do you think the tone kind of changed? Where was the shift? What happened? Because at some point, you guys just really started picking it up round after round, 4 attacks in a row. Where did that come?
It's like, I guess, just miscommunication, because like we know someone was maybe on lounge stairs and also picking from main. So one guy was like holding main, and the normally these guys have to pick into garage, so it was a little confused. Plus the clash, on catwalk, giving all the info. So I mean, the Jaeger have the good position here to win his duel. So it's why we have to take care. And it's why I ask Janice to hold me on the bridge, and I will kill the clash, and we will see after. And it's what happened, but actually, we was 4v2, and I pressed the F for plant and didn't work.
Oh, really?
yeah, exactly. I was like 1 second and it didn't work, so I was like, okay.
Were you against like a wall or something, or was it just like one of those like half a second, just not fast enough?
Half a second miss, yeah, fast enough maybe.
Oh.
And yeah, like it's happened. And after we lose these two rounds, Kickstar, I have to be honest with you, we just said with the team, just okay, like we know why we lose right now, so we'll win, and it's what happened for round in a row in attack.
So you feel like that really just spurred you into the moment? That's good.
Yeah.
All right, well, it worked out for you guys in the long run, I gotta say. One thing I also want to take a focus on is you guys have a very different lineup than what you had just a while ago, you know, in the first half and all that. Lots of big changes. And I don't want to get too deep into it, but what I want to ask is, how are you guys feeling overall with your current, you know, your lineup, your composition, how everything's working out in practice? Does it you feeling a little bit more lethal? Because that Penta we just watched today, I gotta say, you guys looked really on point.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this lineup because, like as I said, the past week when we won, Janix is feeling better and better. Sometimes he misunderstands what we asking for because he just needs more experience, but it will come with the time. The problem, you just have to have more experience because the aim of Janix is incredible, and yeah, like it's a good guys, good communication. You just need more experience. I mean, Blast, yeah, it's the past guys joined the team in December, and no, what to say about Blast? It's just a fucking beast. Sorry for Toby.
It's okay.
But sorry, but yeah, Blast is like, you can see at the last round, I say Blast one blue, boom, headshot, dead. Blast one guy here, boom, headshot, dead. Like this guy is insane as well. Like Revan, it's my teammate since years, like 5 years ago now. It's a beast as well. And Hungry, yes, I'm happy about Hungry because he's not dying with smoke by roaming in the 10 seconds. So I'm happy.
All right, one more question before we get to our final conclusion. I've been noticing recently we've been having a lot of double hard breacher bans on Clubhouse. We had one here today in this match. And it does kind of feel like we're stepping, because you were there, you know what I'm talking about when I say we're stepping back into the past, where we're having those strategies, like especially on the basement, where you're only getting pinched from like one or another place, and you know exactly what's going on your defensive side. What do you think is causing teams to start to go to that double hard breacher ban on Clubhouse?
They have to adapt because if they have the automatism to play Ibana and Termite, they have to adapt. And yes, they have to pitch one side. Jifu doing something interesting because they open actually the hatch in blue to take the control, and they open in tunnel. So it was not a bad idea, but we managed it one time good and one time not. But yeah, but we like to actually ban one breacher because like we feel more comfortable if they attack like on front or we know the side where they're attacking. And by the way, you can see as well what is coming up from the past is like the solo roaming is working better and better as well. And Blast was so at the before, like at the 6-5, it was really near to have a double kill, but he just don't see the barricade on bar. But the solo roaming is also a part of the back of the pass.
Yeah, it is definitely a kind of a holler back. And I mean, you were there, you know what I was talking about with that. But
exactly, yeah.
Anything you want to say to the viewers, your friends at home, everybody watching before we conclude?
Thank you for everyone. Well played to my teammate, well played to Sisu, and thanks for the support, guys. Again, and yeah, buy the Twitch kit. Like it's it's really good one. We don't use the Twitch during Ustrat, but it's a really good one, so buy it. And yes, that's good. We'll try to continue like this, and we want to stay in Pro League for sure. So we will work for that for sure.
Thank you, Enemy, for your time, and congratulations on your win and getting out of that relegation spot. We'll catch you later.
Thank you, Kista. Bye.
Bye. How's it going, Gig? Yeah, a little intense, huh?
Yeah, that was something else. Jesus Christ.
I know. that's what we're saying, man. That was crazy. I mean, okay, first half it looks like G2, Devin said it, he said, and I agree with him, G2 were playing possessed. They just had everything. It looked like it was over. And then 7 in a row, man. How do you make that happen?
I don't even know. I mean, to come back off the back of that and get 7 rounds, that's insane. The rounds were close in defense as well. That's what we said. That's what we said after every loss when the round. We're like, right, that's so close. We know what we need to do to win.
Mm-hmm.
And pulling that round back on defense, like, set us up, it gave us the energy, and we just, for 7 rounds of pure concentration, everyone was in the zone, focused, and we went and just showed we're the better team.
Kendrew too. Like I've never seen Kendrew play like that before. That was just insane. I know he's a nuts player, but that was on a different level, man. All right, so let's take a step back there. One thing I want to highlight just quickly, if we can just skip over it, it'd be great. But I want to know why you guys aren't bringing Thermite on a basement attack. What's the thought process there? You just don't need more than Hibana?
Well, we like to frag. Kenny was more comfortable on the Hibana. He's played the Hibana, and he was getting the kills on it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't for a second take Kendrew off Hibana. No, but good. Okay, fair enough. Good call. If it works for you, then it works for you. On that defensive half, it really looked like G2 had your number. You barely managed to get that last round at the end. What was happening? Do you think it was just G2 reading your defensive setups really well, or what was going on there?
Yeah, definitely. They obviously we played Consulate a few times. We've not really changed it up too much. They looked at our weak points. They realised they could get some fast executes, which is obviously what they're really good at anyway, shot calling like that, and it worked for them. We didn't adapt to it quick enough, and we probably should have picked up a few rounds on defense, but we got the one at the end just, and that was all that mattered. Apparently, that's all we needed.
Yeah, there you go, seven in a row off of the back of that. Another thing I want to touch on is your vertical play in piano. So we've seen a lot of teams. Obviously, this is it's typical strategy, right? But the way that you guys executed your vertical play in piano was on another level. Like the buck control there, and just also the sledge when it was brought, just all of the different factors lining up there. How much practice goes into that? Was this just typical, like, we have the players here, let's do what we need to do, or what? Because you punished G2 on their vertical play on the basement defenses more than I would expect anyone to be capable of.
I think after the first few rounds, they were scared to roam because we were winning every gunfight. They didn't want to take the gunfights. They thought they could play on site, play with utility, with the echo, with the C4s from below. And we just kept taking the full map, and we got the kills from above, and we got the kills from the breach, and we got the picks, and that before we gave them a chance to use the utility and win the rounds off that, and we just killed them pretty much.
So now, after that win, you jump over Empire, you jump over G2, and you still have to play Empire in this season, in your next match, actually. But after that, you've got Chaos. How are you feeling about the remainder of this season, and how are you feeling about your chances at LAN? Because it's still close.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we win our 2 games, we go to Japan. That's all that matters. We're going to go and win the buff.
Okay. Well, it's good to hear. From you to all of your fans, all the viewers, what do you think, do you have anything to say before we close out this interview?
Just like to say thanks for all the support, especially with the Doki situation. We've had tons of fans behind us in our corner, and hopefully it can get resolved soon. And thanks for supporting us today, and we'll hope to keep winning and go to Japan.
All right. Thank you so much, Gig, and have an excellent day. I'll catch you later.
Cheers, you too.